All right, I'm getting a lot of questions lately because I've been posting about my trades here with the ATH indicator. You know, everybody's like, well, "What is this indicator, and how do we get it?" So let me tell you the history of it. Okay, so the ATH itself is these red and blue arrows. Okay, and this is an indicator I designed myself based on my years of experience. There's actually three indicators and a price action formula built into these arrows. They're not just randomly thrown about. And they were designed originally for smart money confirmations, right? I don't know if you know how to trade smart money or not. Let me see if I can kind of show you an example here. I should have set this up ahead of time. I think over here is okay. So right here, for example, right? Let's hide this indicator for a moment. Right, typical smart money, right? You have, price go up and break structure, right? And you look for, say, the banker candle, or liquidity block or order block, whatever you want to call it, and you're looking for it to come down to it and go up, right? In this case, it did, all right? But the problem is a lot of times, especially new people, sometimes they don't know how to pick the appropriate candles, and price can just go through and break through that candle and take out your stop. So I created an indicator, the ATH, to let you know when it's time to get in that trade. So instead of putting a buy limit here, right, you just put an alarm there. The alarm goes off, then you look and wait for an ATH, all right, which is this blue, telling you, okay, it's in fact time to get into that trade. You get that confirmation, you go ahead and get in. You get in at the close of that candle, you put your stop loss below the low, okay? And then, get a potential of about 1 to 4 on that, all right? And that's what that was designed for. And then what happened over time is we actually reached out to one of our customers to ask him how he was doing. And he said, "Oh, I'm doing great." He goes, "I'm not even doing smart money anymore." He goes, "I'm just using your ATH indicator." He goes, "I found a pattern that happens over and over and over again. When I see that pattern, it leads to a really good trade most of the time." So we asked him, what it was. And he said, look, he goes, every time, he goes, when price is trending, right, like we see here, right, we got the 13 moving average above the 62 that indicates trending up. He goes, when I get an ATH going against the trend, and then get an ATH going with the trend that's within 8 candles of each other. So the candle from here to candle from here is 8 candles or less. He goes, it ends up being a good trade. Right? And we're like, let's go check that out. So you can see here, down, up, good trade. Right? Down, up, good trade. Down, up, good trade. And then here this morning, down, up, awesome trade. Right? Every time that happened, it produced a great trade. So we back tested this and found out it was pretty amazing. I mean, you can go back, it sucks during consolidation, right? This is not a consolidating strategy. It's only when price is trending, right? Boom. Down, great trade. Oops. All right? Again, consolidation, you don't want to touch it, right? But during a trend, right? Boom. Goes up, goes up. So these black labels, right, and that's what we call, so you got the ATH, and then you'll hear us say the quick turn. So what this black label is doing, it's doing the calculation for you, right? It's saying, the reason why there's a black label here is because there was an ATH previous to this one in the opposite direction, and it was within 8 candles. So it does that part for you, right? And that's why this one doesn't have a quick turn, because there's no down arrow within 8 candles. Okay? So these turned out to be great trades. Now, what I also built into this to make it even better is when you come into the settings, you can turn this stuff off. So like, say if you just want to do the quick turn, right? You don't care about the ATH. Maybe you're not doing smart money, you just want to do the quick turn. You can turn off these arrows and clean it up, and you just got your quick turn alerts, right? That's what I like to do. Now, Also, I picked this 1362 aligned. So what that means is, right, that, excuse me, I'm going to pause this for a second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. So when you click this 1362 aligned and you pick the time frame you want to align to, right, what this does is, so I keep it on the 1 hour time frame, right? If you look here, I'm on the 1 hour. And I have the 1362 aligned 4 hour. That means I want the 1362 EMAs on my 1 hour to be going in the same direction as the 1362 on the 4 hour. That way I'm trading with trend, right? So when this appears, not only is it calculating the quick turn for you, the down, the up within 8 candles, but it's also saying that right now it's going with the trend, right? Like if I take this off, you'll see some, watch me take this off, right? You see a bunch more appear. All right, this one appeared, right? And it would be bad to take that because it's going against trend. So you don't have to figure that out as a newbie. You just click that and it takes off all the ones that are not going with trend, right? You got one here with trend, boom. Right, now this one here would have been a loss. There's another one, a 3 candle rule, and I always like newbies to do this one. Because they're best when the quick turns are within 3 candles of the low, right? And you don't have to, but I personally keep it unchecked just because sometimes it's not completely, like to me, this is the low right here, right? And it's considering this the low, right? So I just keep that unchecked because I have the experience to decide for myself, you know, if it's within. But if you're brand new, you can just put this on. There'll be less signals, right? But you're going to get one, you know, so, you know, you're going to get super high quality. Like these two right here were great trades, right? And what this is saying, because you can see the quick turn, that's saying, A, it's a quick turn. There was a down and an up within 8 candles. It's going with the trend, and it's within 3 candles of the low. Right? So the only thing the only decision you need to make is just to kind of confirm that this looks good. And then boom, you grab it and you get in the trade. Okay? And then we have other trades off of this that, you know, that we've developed too. We call it the 62 trade, you know, where, you know, it pulls back to the 62. Right? That's another trade that you can go after. We have a 13 trade where it pulls back to the 13 like this one did, right? And this one. So we got multiple ways you can use this. And the reason why we got behind it is because, you know, a lot of, you know, not a lot of people, but there's people that just don't understand smart money, or they don't want to understand smart money. They don't want to do it, right? They just want a simple strategy, right, that they can use to start making money. Okay, now this is simple, but what the learning comes in is learning the difference between consolidating and trending, right? So even though, you know, these might agree to all of the basic rules that are programmed in, you don't want to take any of these because price is going sideways, right? So you would ignore these, right? And then when price starts trending, going up, right, that's when you want to take advantage of it. So that's where the real skill comes in, is just learning, you know, like all through here, this is all consolidating, right, versus trending, right? So your practice is going to come just understanding the difference between those. Once you get this part down and you understand the difference between consolidating and trending, man, this thing kicks ass. I mean, this week I got 8 trades, all wins, 100% wins. Now that doesn't happen all the time, right? This strategy does lose. I would say on average, trading off the 1 hour, I'm looking for 2 to 4 trades a week. This one delivered 8 this week. It was phenomenal. But you can do this on any time frame. I do it on the 1 hour, 4 hour. You can do it on the 4 hour daily. You can do it on the 15 minute, 1 hour, the 5 minute, 30 minute, the 1 minute, 5 minute. Or you can do it on any time frame you want. I just like this one because it's so dang easy. All I do is set an alarm for a quick turn. I've got these pairs that I watch, which I selected randomly, and I just set an alarm for the quick turn, right? I just come over here to each pair, click the alert, click ATH, tell them I want both an alert when either an up or a down quick turn happens. I do once per bar, and I just put the pair in here so I know what it is. and I hit create. That's it on all these pairs, and I just sit back and wait for the alarm to go off. When the alarm goes off, I just come here, looks good, boom, get in. Looks good, boom, get in. And of course, I took off this, so I had these additional trades that I took, right? Pretty phenomenal stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to make this video for those of you asking, what is quick turn and how it came about.